Okay, guys, how are you guys? All right, so it's been a while. Yeah, because I didn't come this morning, and I'm just coming this evening. And the last time I came was yesterday, and I pretty much just want to, you know, discuss the things that we have to discuss, and just go straight to the point. Okay, I want to say that you guys have been wonderful following the life challenge from day one till today. That happens to be day 29. You guys are just amazing, amazing, amazing. I have no words for it. I mean, I feel pretty much very awesome. You guys made that possible. You guys, Peter Bless, you're welcome. Peter Bless, you're welcome. You guys made it very, very, very possible. Okay, so I remember that the last time I told you guys that you guys need to, the task that I think the last task that I gave you was to ask you to go into 5 years into your future and then write a letter to your present self about where you are. Okay, so go into the future and then write a letter to your present self where you are. And that is supposed to do something to you, because I remember I was saying that as a task when I was talking about money, the mind game. I was explaining to you that, guys, that money is the canvas life mind is the canvas on which life is painted, and money is a direct consequence. I don't want to say consequence anyways, a direct derivative of life. Okay, so everything is here. Everything is here. The battles are won here. They are lost here. Whatever you acquire is first acquired here. Anything you build is first built here. Anything you execute, you first draw it here, and all of that. Okay, so I'm hoping that people would give me feedback about how they've written, and then tell me about what is happening to them. To tell me about what is happening to them and things like that. All right. So today I want to talk about money, the game of pressure. Money, the game of pressure. Because I have two approaches. If I get the full approach to, if I'm able to touch the two approaches tonight, I will not have to talk about pressure tomorrow. But if I'm only able to cover one of the approaches, that means that I have to, definitely, I have to come back tomorrow to discuss the game of pressure. Okay, so there is something called juice. Juice me up. The juice is flowing. Juice. You got juice. You don't have juice. It's dry. No, it has plenty juice. Juice. Plenty things that people call juice, okay? There's one that you drink, but basically juice means value. Juice means liquid value, okay? Juice means liquid value. For example, if you bought an orange or you pluck an orange, you have an orange in your hands. That's an orange. That is an orange. However, nobody is disputing that it's an orange. But imagine how miserable you will be when you peel the orange and then you open it up and you find out that the orange has no juice. Okay? Why? Because, I thought you were already holding the orange. So why are you angry that the orange has no juice? Because the value of the orange is in the juice. For example, if you were to open the orange and cut and peel it, and then you cut it open, and then you tasted it and it was bitter, you're still going to be miserable. But right now, there is juice in your mouth. Why are you miserable? Because you're miserable because the quality of the juice is not the kind of quality that you expect. So first of all, oranges are supposed to be sweet. Secondly, they are supposed to have a lot of juice. Okay, so if you find an orange and doesn't have all of those things, you begin to be, worried and say, what kind of thing is this? Okay? Now, human beings are the only thing that exists on multi-level planes. For example, human beings are the only beings that can call themselves all kind of things. Okay? I see myself as an eagle, for example. I've had people who see themselves as lions. Some people see themselves as tigers because they feel that they have attributes that looks like that of tiger, or they feel that the tiger represents them. But you are still a human being, but you still feel like a tiger. And then some people feel like a monkey. Yeah, I know somebody who says that she feels like monkey, and things like that. The point is, it means that a person could, at deep level, also be likened to orange, or fruit, or grapefruit, or things like that. The whole idea is that for you to get value, for you to do anything, you must deliver value. That means value have to flow out of you. We explain that in details with all the things I've been talking about in this life challenge. Okay, you realize that you always have to give something out. You always have to give something out. You always have to give something out. We discussed that at length. Okay, now that thing that you need to give out, let me call it juice, because I want to show you something about pressure. Okay, and then people will say, I don't like pressure. I don't like pressure. I don't like pressure. Okay, I need to tell you about pressure today in a different way. And then some people will say under their CV, ability to perform under pressure or something like that. Okay, we don't know who started that thing, but all of us just started writing that in our CV. If you have not written that in your CV before, let me know. Everybody just say ability to perform under pressure and things like that. Alright, so why do people think that it is a good thing to say I'm able to perform under pressure? Why do people think it is a good thing for them to say that? How does that better their chances? Okay, so there is a movie. You are seeing me and going to be Peter Bless. It's about time now. It's about time. How can we? Handsome K13, good to have you. How can you be on this live challenge for straight 28 days and then by now you can't see where I'm going? How many days will I be keeping you under suspense? Okay. How many days you understand? So people will say, I can work under pressure. How can you be saying you can work under pressure? Why? How do you think that that's supposed to be a good thing? Okay. So I am going to, I'm going to show you something. But before I show you this thing, let me quickly remind you. I don't know whether you watched the movie The Devil's Advocate. So the devil in that movie, Al Pacino, or Al Pacino, if you call it like an Italian, Al Pacino calls this young lawyer who is the devil's advocate. The movie title is a pun, is a wordplay. Devil's advocate actually means somebody who argues for the seemingly negative side. Okay, but devil's advocate also means the devil's lawyer, because Al Pacino was supposedly the devil in the movie, and then Keanu Reeves was his lawyer. So so the title had double meaning, which is brilliant. Okay, so now Al Pacino is with Keanu Reeves at the top of a building, and then he says, Kelvin, that's the name of the lawyer, and I say, Kelvin, the thing for me is pressure. It's pressure. You see, some people, you apply pressure, they fold. Some people, you apply pressure, they focus. Which one is it, Kelvin? Which one is it? The idea is that character devil understood that it is pressure that always separates the great people from the small people. There's nothing that separates small from great other than pressure. Because you see, both the great and the small, all of them can enjoy life. Have you ever seen anybody that say, do you look at me like this? Even to just enjoy this life self is very difficult. No way. No way. Everybody knows that life is unfair. Everybody knows that life is funny. Everybody knows that life is tricky. But some people get better results from the same life, and some people don't get better results from the same life. Life is applying almost the same kind of pressure to everybody, but people are getting different results. Why? Why are people getting different results? Because some people fold and some people focus. Some people fold and some people focus. Okay? Now, What is the difference between the person who folds as per wrinkling and the person who focus? Why? Why do some people focus, and then why do some people fold? What determines whether a person fold or focus is the material with which the person is made of. That's why they always say, so you're going to know what I'm made of. You will know what I'm made of. You may not know. That means that there is something different about people's makeup. Actually, you know, we also have that. Maybe you have skin, I have skin. You have bone, you have bone. Which one is you are made up, or you what you are made up of is different from what I'm made up of. And then who is even making all of us up like this? Who made somebody the kind of person who folds and makes the other person the kind of somebody who focus? How can that even be? What's the idea? How do you get to be the one who focus and somebody else be the one who folds? Or how? Who is even doing all of these things? Okay. Now, I am going to come back to talk about the material that people are made up of, or how to, you know, how to get yourself using good material. Okay? How to get yourself using good material. I am going to come to that. But let me quickly go to the approach that I had in mind, because I do not want to forget it. There is something called the wine press. There's something called the wine press. You can Google it. You can check it on Wikipedia. But the idea of a wine press is that you put grape juice inside somewhere, and then you put grapes inside somewhere, fruits inside somewhere, and then you will apply pressure. And then when you apply pressure, the juice, the wine juice, will flow out. If you are from a family where your parents understand herbs, you will see that when you have leaves, you always have to make sure that you either squeeze them or wash them, apply pressure so that you can get the juice from the leaves, which is what is medicinal. Sometimes you have to crush some, sometimes you have to. The idea is that you need to understand that pressure is not a bad thing. Pressure is how you get the juice out. Pressure is how you get the juice out. However, it's not just pressure, it's also what you call controlled pressure. Because if you put too much pressure, you can crush the seed. So if you put a grapefruit inside a wine press, you know, and you put pressure, there is the amount of pressure that you put that makes the juice to flow out, and then there's the amount of pressure that you put that makes the juice not just to flow out, but also to crush the seed that is inside of the fruit. You do not want to crush the seed, which means that the way it works for human being is that life will give you pressure, but you are the one who will regulate or control the pressure so that the pressure is the exact kind of pressure that you need for your juice to flow without crushing your seed. Because the idea is that if you crush your seed, which is that if you crush your core, the core of you or the core of your existence, which means that the idea is that you must make sure that life does not get to you in such a way that it crushes you. Because that's why some people experience the same thing, you know, and then they get out of it and go on live their life. And then some people have experienced that same thing, and then they got depressed, and they decided to take their own lives. By the way, did you notice that the word depressed is supposed to be the opposite of the word pressed? For example, if you say press, or you know, say flate, deflate, inflate, deflate. Ordinarily, press is supposed to be a word from pressure, from pressing. So if you press something too much, the thing is supposed to become depressed. But have you noticed that depression, or the feeling of being depressed, is always a receiving? It's not active, it is passive. So people say they are depressed. They don't say I am depressing something. So it's always, the word depressed always applies to human beings as an object, not as the subject. So you don't say I am depressing something, which means that when people say they are depressed, they are saying that something is pressing me and I have allowed myself to be pressed. That is, I am pressed. Or what it actually means by depressed is that I'm unable to apply the pressure that I am feeling. I'm unable to apply the pressure. I'm unable to convert pressure that I'm feeling to better my life. That is depression. You can give it every other kind of mental explanations, but that is depression. Depression is to say that you say, okay, so what life is giving me, I am unable to convert it into anything good for myself. Because let me tell you, everybody needs pressure. Crown Footwear, you're welcome. Everybody needs pressure. What you must learn to do is that you must learn to embrace pressure, and then you must also learn to control it. Pressure comes in different forms. It comes in different forms. Needing to take care of loved ones, having a family, for example, having younger ones who are asking for things, needing to advance in life, different things. There are different ways. There are different things that could give a person pressure. But it is not a bad thing. There is no way that pressure is a bad thing. What is bad is the lack of control, so that you don't crush the seed. Because even in the wine press, when you crush the seed, what usually happens is that there are certain things called tannins, like other liquid things that comes out of the fruit that is not supposed to be in the wine. So it poisons the wine. When you crush the seed, it poisons the wine. So what it means is that you have a life inside of you, which is your core, which is your seed. You must make sure life does not press you so much that it breaks you or break your life. Because when life breaks your life, what you will see is people who are bitter. So when you meet people who are bitter, they've allowed life to crush them at a certain point. People who release bitter energy will not attract help. So that is why it's important for you to make sure that you give yourself the task of controlling the pressure that you feel. So that as is in the wine press, the pressure is controlled so that you can get optimal results. But you have to understand that without the pressure, the juice does not flow. Without the pressure, there is no wine. In fact, Christians here knows that the Holy Spirit is likened to sweet wine. Okay, so you must understand that the juice needs to flow, and that pressure will make the juice to flow. It is optimally very important for you guys to understand that and internalize it. Understand the place of pressure. People who make it in life, people who will self-actualize, become all that they're able to, all that they are destined to become, are people who will channel pressure. Now, do you remember toothpaste? If you press the toothpaste, if you press toothpaste, you could press it and then it could go other way. No matter where you press it, the paste is going to come out from the opening. Which means that one of the things that you're supposed to do for yourself is to determine what your opening has. What is your channel of let out? If you do not determine what your channel of let out is, you are not going to be able to focus and you are not going to get the juice out anywhere. So you have to decide, what is my outlet? Which basically means that what am I going to focus on? What do I want to achieve? Which is how people are able to convert pressure. So you feel a pressure. Do you let pressure motivate you, or do you let pressure frustrate you? Because you could do both. You are the one who will decide which one it is. Nobody gets to decide that for you. That is the truth. I wish that wasn't the truth, but that is the truth. So let me go back to saying what about the material that people are made up of. So how do you become the material that does not fold? How do you become the material that focuses? The one who has material that focuses, who is of the material that focuses, is the one who has a vision. That is why yesterday we discussed the mind game. Is the one who has a vision. Is the one who has a vision. That's the one who focuses. Because you can always look to something. You can always use people who have nowhere to look to, they will fold and they will wrinkle. People who have nothing to focus on, people who have no outlet, that is, something that they want to achieve that is way, 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 way bigger than themselves. Remember how I told you about how your life has to be about people? I even told you when I was telling you about what money is for. I explained those things to us in details. It is a vision that does not let a person to fold. It is vision that gives you material. In fact, provision follows vision. So it means that when you have a vision, you will find provision. You will find the things that are for the vision, which means provision. There is no two ways about that. So as long as you keep the vision in front of you, the vision will supply the material that you will be made up of so that you do not fold. So that you do not fold, there is no two ways to that. There is no two ways to that. The good thing about today's task is that if you did yesterday's task, you will be able to draw your vision out of that. You will be able to draw your vision out of that. So that when pressure comes, you understand that this pressure is supposed to help me to get the juice flowing. If I did not have 49 days life challenge that I have put out there, it is possible that I will find something more important to do every day and not do the life. Without a 49-day life challenge, which is a particular vision, I would not have been able to come here every day because different days come with different things. But because it's a vision, I can always look towards it, and then no matter what pressure, I'm able to focus and be here for you guys. As much as I am also here for myself. That is what vision does for a man. It is very, very important. Without vision, the people die. Why do you think that people die without vision? The Bible will say that without vision, my people will perish. Why do the people perish without vision? Because the pressure will crush them. Because the pressure of life will crush them. That is why they perish. Not perish because they just feel like, let me just die. No. No. Perish is the same thing for waste. Perish means that something that shouldn't have happened. That's the word for perish. When you say something perish, it means that you shouldn't have died. You could have said my people died. You said perish because it means that this was a waste of life. Why would the life be wasted? Because the life has no vision. That is why the life will fold under pressure. And it is vision that allows you to not fold. Is vision that allows you to focus. Vision is also the thing that allows you to control the pressure. Because you can say, oh, okay, no, this is not part of my vision now. When I even say to myself about this, oh, you people should just rest. And then you can also rest. That is what it does for you. That is what you control pressure. When I was speaking in Lagos 2 Saturdays ago, I told them that there is a time in my life that I had to tell myself, chill. Sometimes you need to tell yourself, chill. You need to tell yourself, hold on, calm down, chill. Sometimes you have to tell life, stop, hold on, stop rushing. Calm down, life. Wait till they stop here. Exactly. You need to be able to tell yourself that. So take yesterday's task when you were writing a letter from yourself of 5 years ago. Draw out your vision there. Draw out your vision there. And then that's your task for today. So that once you can keep your vision, when you put your vision where you can see it, you will allow pressure help you to get the juice flowing without folding, without crushing the seed. And then the juice comes in various ways. Sometimes the juice is inspiration. Sometimes the juice is the will to move on. Sometimes the juice is ideas. Sometimes the juice is energy to deliver. Sometimes the juice is energy to follow up. Sometimes the juice for you to start a new thing. Juice, 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 juice. You are the one who will be able to determine what your juice is. But pressure is the one that will help you to bring it out. And let me tell you, pressure does not sound like something that is palatable. Do you understand? Pressure, in fact, in some wine presses, they use feet. They will put the grapes on the floor and wash their seeds and start dancing on the grapes. So welcome pressure. Don't think you don't know. You won't know what you have become. You won't know what you have become. until you get the juice flowing. You will not know what stuff you have until you allow the juice to flow. And you need pressure for that. I can't pressure you, but you have to allow life pressure you in a way that is productive. Thank you very much, guys. You guys are wonderful. I thought I was just going to use 15 minutes today, but it turns out that I've used 26 minutes. Miracle Affiliate. Okay, so we just finished. So nice to have you. We just finished today. So that's about that. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:30. I'll make sure that I'm here for you tomorrow at 8:30. And then I will drive the other approach of pressure. Thank you very much. You're very much welcome. I love you. I'm rooting for you big time. You are going to succeed big time, and it's going to be on my watch. Bye.